Natural Entrepreneurship. This entrepreneurship lecture will be based on this book by Saraswati and her colleagues. You have the Saraswati scientific paper as course literature, and you find that on the student portal. And now we will begin here, and we will start with this little picture of a mouse that goes to the trap to get the cheese or whatever it is. And this is an illustration of what an entrepreneur could do. Instead of just ignoring the trap, bring a helmet. I would like you to start by thinking about an entrepreneur. Did you think about any of these guys? Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Ira Kamprad, Peter Thiel, Daniel Ek, or Bill Gates? Perhaps you did? Now I would like you to think about an entrepreneur again, but this time think about someone who is not a white male. We tend to often think about these superhero entrepreneurs that we hear about in the newspapers when we talk about entrepreneurs. And that could make us think that you need to be a white male in order to be an entrepreneur, but that is not the case. And here you have some other examples. We have Oprah, who's an entrepreneur. She started a lot of stuff in one magazine, for instance. And we have Xie Wang. She is the co-founder of HTC. We have Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, and that is India's first biotech entrepreneur. She founded Biocon in 1978 by partnering with an Irish firm to make industrial enzymes. We have Filippa Knutsson, who is a Swedish entrepreneur and designer. We have Jane Chen, who founded Embrace, and that is actually a social entrepreneurship. Embrace is something that she does not make a lot of money of. That is a device that is developed to keep low birth weight babies warm even when the electricity in hospitals and clinicals fails. And that is something that is very good in poor countries where you do not have secure electricity. And she do not make a lot of money out of this, because their purpose with that is basically to keep kids alive, not for her to make money. And then we have the sixth one here, the lady in red that you can see in the picture, and that is Shang Xing. She is a co-owner of and the founder of a real estate developing firm, Soho China, in China. So she's a big entrepreneur from China. And as I mentioned, there are different kinds of entrepreneurs. Social entrepreneurs, as Jane Shen here. There are also political entrepreneurs. We talk about academic entrepreneurs, who are basically people from academia who start developing their research as something that could be sold in the commercial market. There's things called entrepreneurship, where you have someone who's still working within perhaps a larger firm, starting something new within that firm. So you can look at entrepreneurship from different angles. If we start from the beginning, the concept of entrepreneurship comes from Joseph Schumpeter, and he had this definition. He's called it the entrepreneur, and that is from the French, and the French entrer, that is go in, enter, preneur, that is to take something. So it means to get things done, to come in and take what's there, basically. And he said that the entrepreneurial act requires the ability to perceive new opportunities that cannot be proved at the moment at which action has to be taken. And it also required the willpower adequate to break down the resistance that the social environment offers to change. So you needed to be able to perceive the new opportunity and see what could be. How could it be otherwise? And also have the willpower to break down the resistance from the surroundings. And from that you might conclude that when you have a great idea, if everyone else thinks it's a bad idea, that is not necessarily true. You need to go with your guts and try a little bit more. So what do we talk about when we talk about entrepreneurship? There's a number of concepts that are kind of entangled with entrepreneurship, and it could be good to know about them. It's not necessary to combine these with entrepreneurship, but they often are combined with entrepreneurship. So let's look at them. That's innovation that we have talked about in the previous lecture. That could be product, service, new market, or a technology or something like that. Entrepreneurship is often connected with growth. We believe that we will see growth in a specific country if we have more entrepreneurs. That is something that's generally believed at policy level. Uniqueness. We believe that entrepreneurship is connected to some kind of special way of thinking, a vision of accomplishment, an ability to see situations in terms of unmet needs. Something that creates unique combinations. We believe it's connected to creating value. You can transform a business, create a new business, grow a business, create some kind of wealth, or destroying the status quo. It can be for profit or non-profit. It can be something that is connected to creating a new organization, acquiring and integrating resources attributes, bring resources to bear, integrate opportunities with resources, mobilize resources, gather resources, and so on.